What's going on, guys? Welcome back. So we continue to hold our short exposure in the markets. Today was pretty much a sideways correction, and that's why I like to use shares for the SQQQ inverse ETF, because I'm not getting killed with premium. I can hold the shares for as long as I can without it getting hurt by time decay or theta. So another thing I wanted to touch base on was I want to give a thanks to everybody who has joined Trendingways. Really appreciate your support. Utilize the member chart request tab, because that's where I will give you guys your analysis for your individual charts. If you have any requests, I'll do a video on it and I'll post it in the Discord group for you guys to review. Otherwise, I'll also post a chart along with it. So yeah, do so that I can get back to you on that. And yeah, so let me give you a quick update on the SPY Qs, and let's touch base on the rest of the indices, because so far we're still looking for more downside in this market. All right, now my long-term objective surrounds itself with trying to find some sort of support between the 38.2% retracement over here and the 50% retracement, which represents the range between September of 2020 and November of 2020. All right, so that range, which we see that as support back then, right? You saw markets trade in that range for a month and a half or two. I can expect that the markets now can retrace or hover themselves, gravitate themselves rather, towards those zones. All right, so there are counts out there that are challenging the fact that this might have been the top, right? That this is not the wave one in the primary degree, but rather a cycle degree wave top or primary degree wave 5 top, and then we're now getting into a larger bear market scenario. I can respect those. There's always room for debate, but for now, what I'm looking at is this. All right, so I am looking for a price between, or targets between, 355 and 323. All right, so let's dive into this zone here and let's review our wave counts. So taking you down from the daily towards the 1 hour time frame, let's adjust the scale. What I'm looking for here, guys, is another progression lower, right? Another move lower. So we got the second wave post our May 12 low, ABC into a flat correction, and now we have 5 waves confirmed into the wave 1. See, there's my alternate account, which I'm still tracking, right? Suggests that this is a 5 waves, but the more I look at it, the more we look at the SPY, the more we look at the SMH, right? The more we look at TLT. These are charts that are suggesting that the correction or the retracement from this high to this low has completed, and we are gearing up for a lower price. Now, we can clearly see that this is a 3-wave move, which is an A, B, and C. But we can also say that this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, where the 1 is hidden here and has not broken any invalidation points. So I guess what I'm saying is that tomorrow we'll know if this is invalidated, that bullish count that I was presenting to you guys, if as long as we remain north of the current levels of 380, which is today's close. If we remain north of that zone and we keep on pushing on higher, then the likelihood of it being the bottom on June 17th, which is right over here, is likely. But I don't think that's the case. What I think is going to happen is that we are now looking for a lower degree or small degree wave 1 to complete, right? Taking you to the 5-minute time frame, which is a little bit more clear in my opinion, right? Wave 2 completed at the 618, 1, 2, 3, 4, completed in the wave 5, A, B, and now we're looking for maybe another push higher into the 383, 381 region, right? We already see price action rejecting the 23.6% retracement, which is a resistance zone at this range. Okay, we already see the markets reject that area and now heading lower. But looking at the RSI in this time frame, and even in the 15-minute time frame, we see that it's trying to coil up a little bit right towards that zone before it is rejected. All right, now for me, as it stands, I'm going to likely not enter a new position even after we meet resistance at the zone. Where I would like to see a potential opportunity for a short trade is when we confirm the break of this low. All right, once we see that happen, I'll consider adding more to my SQQQ play or a exposure in a different name. We'll see. I'll do an analysis on that, but we'll wait to see what that happens. So far, look, we're good. We're taking 2 trades in the last 2.5 weeks, and both of them on the SQQQs, and both of them have worked out wonderfully. And yes, we did some UVXY trades as well. All right, so that's it. look for 383, 381 to complete, all right, for a ABC pullback, and then into the wave 2, which is a zigzag, okay, and then we head lower. Triple Qs, 1 hour time frame. So same deal. This was actually a perfect spot on 618 retracement. So wave 1 completed, ABC pullback into a retracement of a 618, spot on rejection, right? We also noted yesterday that we were looking for a divergence in the fifth of C wave of 2. We got that, which is why we entered the trade. And now we're looking for the completed wave 1, right? Taking you to the 5-minute time frame. So we have the C wave over here, rather. Actually, yeah, let's call it here. Right, we have our first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B. Likelihood of the C wave is still ongoing, and therefore we will wait for this zone to complete. 286, 284 will be our upside targets before the likelihood of the markets heading lower. Now, the SMH chart gives us a little bit more clarity as to where the markets are heading, right? This is a large industry group in the NASDAQ, right, for technology, and it is pretty good to track it, right? We have to track this because it's giving us a clear direction that 3-wave has completed into equality of A and B. This also tells us that this was a, let's take a look, a 38.2% retracement, right? 2 lines of confluence, 100% of the small degree and 38.2% of the retracement of the higher degree checks out. And now we're seeing price action head on lower. So I've been tracking this for a while. I've been telling you guys that this might happen or this is the case, and sure enough, we're getting that move. Then we have IWM, which is also giving us the idea that this is the AB up in C 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. C waves usually have 5 waves within it, right? And now we have 1 pull back in 2, and now we're gearing up for the next like lower. So this one's a little bit more cleaner. And what I want to say is that we want to keep resistance between the 172 and the 171. All right, we find resistance in that zone. Excuse me, it's talking too much gives me gets my throat dried up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, final fifth going down, or this is actually the 1, the 2, 3, 4, and 5 to the third wave. So I look for the zone. If you guys wanted to consider taking a short, look for that, or hold your stop above the 38.2% retracement, and that'll be good to go. The ARC ETF is a little bit confusing, right? Because if we take you guys up to the daily time frame, we have just pattern trading, right? We have the A, B, C to the B, right? 5 ways up to the C, complete the A. We have A, B, and then what looks like to be a final B wave, a final fifth C of B. All right, so I adjusted the count ever so slightly to consider the fact instead of this being the wave 1 and 2, this is the wave 1 and 2, 3, A, B, C into the 4. Implications are the same. So we're gearing up for the final fifth of wave C, at which point once it's completed, we will see price action head on higher. All right, so let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys are looking at. I was going to take you down to the 1 hour time frame. So we can clearly see that the wave C of 4 has potentially completed here at the 1272 external fib retracement of A and B. Whew. All right, so let's take a look at the Dow. I don't think I've touched base on that one just yet. So 1, 2, 1, 2, continuation lower. Where could this land actually? Do I have that? Let me see. All right, so equality will give us, see, this is the thing, right? Once we see a 1, 2, 1, 2 or a nested, excuse me. Once we see a nested Elliott wave count, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, it is likely that the third wave is going to be a pretty deep one. So in the case here, the 100% extension will give us, will open the door for the 1618, right? Because the third wave has to be longer than the wave 1, or at least equal to. So for that reason, if this wave 3 gives us 284, then we get the retracement into wave 4, then the pullback into the wave 5 of 3 into a 262. I don't know. We'll take it from there. We'll wait to see what happens here, and I'll update you guys as they come. And then let's take a look at, I think Bitcoin is the other chart I wanted to show you guys. So I think Bitcoin has come to some type of bottom, guys, for the time being. If we take a quick look at our weekly 200-day EMA, we see pretty interesting things, right? We see that the Bitcoin held its support here on December of 2018 before we saw a massive rally, a pullback. This is during the COVID crisis low, right? We penetrated, we pierced through the 200-day moving average, and then we met up with a bunch of buying opportunities. ABC pullback. We have penetrated the 200-day moving average. We are hovering around the $20,000 region. Are we going to see price action head higher? May be the case, guys. That may be the case. This is the wave count, right? We don't get invalidation not until we break south of the wave one, which is 13,760. All right. If we get a break below that zone, then we'll revisit this wave count. But for now, this is what I'm looking at. All right, we're holding the zone of support of the smaller degree wave counts that I showed you guys a couple of months back. All right, I don't know why I have double. Here we go. So AB 1, 2, 3, 4, final fifth. All right, a Y of 4, or we are still within one more leg lower, because this kind of looks like a push that it wants to kind of, I don't know, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, final fifth of Y of 4. We'll see. All right, we'll see, guys. For now, I'm still holding my long term. Obviously, I'm very bullish on crypto space, so take advantage of these prices. All I'm saying. All right, take advantage of these prices. Don't wait until it's too late. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. See you guys tomorrow.